In the previous video, I absolutely turned it on for some sort of like the headlights of the Inner City 125 that I just already did, including the Metroliner and the Dutch train from the Netherlands as well, but I never believed that shouldn't able to be for some sort of an unknown existing as well, because I never know that is not going to be for some sort of like exist as well. But anyways, some sort of like that spawn for some sort of like this, and it's absolutely completely finishing loading around here for some anything as well. So we look onto this Metroliner train as the Pennsylvania locomotive, who haven't been licensed yet, but I cannot believe this is absolutely for just a little bit for one thing as well. So I cannot believe that some sort of for a Pennsylvania train, but in front of the locomotive is actually for some sort of like this thing as well, but in the rear it's going for inbound. So as you can see, that must be the train the current year that I used to be for some sort of the train number 799, who's at the rear, the train 802 who's driving at the front. So it looks like in the behind of the rear that must be a Pennsylvania railroad train, but probably it was a Metroliner Penn Central train or some sort of like this. So we absolutely look at the Amfleet, which is absolutely completely renamed onto this rail car name as well. It's not able to be changeable for it to do so even for the next update, and it won't be able to be less real as well. But I'm not sure. This aren't absolutely look like Amfleet for this time anymore because of renaming for perhaps what able to do for this. So I'm gonna be raising the bars for this until that fetches electricity over here, and that won't be necessary as well. I added 5 Amfleets and 2 Metroliner trains by front and back. And looks like the passengers have got on board on the train, and looks like we're about to depart. We turn on the lights on as well. The previous video was absolutely almost 17 minutes, but I just cut shortly for some sort of the error fixes. So looks like we're going to be turning on the lights, and we're moving all the way for this times as well. So as we're able to be hearing the horns as well, the high and low horns were slightly aren't significant as well, as we combine for 2 high-low horns together. That could be for 2 chime. Whenever that it is, all aboard, but looks like the Metroliner is about to depart immediately into the next one. And so the train is absolutely departing immediately as well, accelerating rapidly out of nowhere. Wait, did I just look around at the Penn Central train? I think that it is. Nothing slightly worthing it as well, and that must be for, I'm not pretty sure this isn't going to be for such as a little bit of thing as well. But look who's here as well, but I don't really think the front of the train could be for the Penn Central train. I never heard what is the last video that it just not get recently liked here to do so as well, because I have look here for around here, it doesn't not meant to be for existing train company logos around here, but now I have looked here closely and see a Penn Central logo as well. And that's right, That must be a Pan Central logo over here, as the train is absolutely going to be moving out around here, and nothing roundabouts around here as the Piazza Fountain. Hopefully the train is absolutely going to be growling out for one time, and it looks like the train is absolutely rapidly fast throughout for 64% about the throttle, as going for high speeds around here. The top speeds around for the Metroliner could be for around 25 studs per second, 5 studs behind that speeds up to 30 studs when I was walking some sort of an average speed as well. Sometimes I walk even extremely slow, but I'm not gonna be whatever that I just want to be saying around here. Nothing this time isn't going to be for some sort of like this day as well. But looks like, and most likely, the Amfleets might able to get stuck over here. Looks like this is actually going to be for some sort of a little bit for one, of course. So the train is absolutely reaching on its way into the railroad crossings, and should be able to sound the horn as the pedestrians and motorists will warn of this out as well. So I better stay up the tracks and see what is going to be coming really fast. The bad news is I do not use the Doppler or some kind of a Doppler effect, which is causing my computer to get a little bit crashed and froze completely since yesterday. I never meant to be hearing this for a little bit, but I'm still going to be managed to do this, like, anyways. If I froze of this game and the entire computer, my life will be insanely going to be crashed, resulting for a reshoot. And then goes to British crossings that I just completely combined together. So I already learned around from this a little bit of one situation. It looks like the train is absolutely speeding up until then as well. So I'm going to speed up the train as fast as we can, and so we'll be arriving on time. It's really fast as well. Over the bridge and into the station we go. It looks like this is actually like this, but whenever the train is actually going a little bit fast, but we never cared about for some sort of like this. Never going to be unknown for this thing as well. So am I going to be getting rid of like this? Whenever that I just go, I'm absolutely going to be causing around for these things as well. So shortly that the train is going to be arriving at the train station as well, because it looks like the Dutch train is just currently stopped as well. But eventually I departed away and returned into some kind of the outbound station, looks like. So I could not able to be accelerating for this train. I completely decelerated the train for myself already. It looks like if that is absolutely nothing going to get a little bit too close, which is, this isn't going to be much I just going to be to say. But I never apparently just actually that I just turn on the headlights on. I'm not going to be turning on for some sort of some kind of a camera mode for this thing as instant. So it looks like the train is going to be stopped right here. So it's completely stopping it for this thing rapidly, and looks like it's completely arrived for this day as well. So anyways, that will be the end of this video for today, and that you hopefully that wasn't going to be for some sort of great time as well. The passengers have getting off the train is going to be on our way. And looks like we're about to say the end of this video for just a little bit for these times as well. And as you can see, this for some sort of an Amfleet as well, but I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for some sort of a greatest day, whatever that I just going to be actually when I just trying to say with this thing as well. So I'm probably sure that this Penn Central train is absolutely already arriving at the station for today, but looks like if you're going to be finding this for the Metroliner strategy as well, but don't call for a South Asian for this thing about of this train, especially like Japanese viewers could look like this. Whenever that we just never going to be causing to say this for some sort of a tragedy moment, but we won't able to be saying this for some sort of like a South Asian train. This is America that we're going to be saying this out, and it was the final like this, and that's the final, but I already said for some sort of like for many reasons. So you better check it out into the description below for this game, and you absolutely spawn a Metroliner with your friends. I'm not sure this isn't going to be for some sort of 100% real. It looks like the Penn Central is absolutely arriving at the station, but looks like you can use the Metroliner against the South Asian trains that they try to be faster than you whenever it absolutely causing around here, or the cost, what I just never going to be seeing about here. Thanks for watching, for all your support, as I'm going to be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and rail fanners all later into the next one very soon.